So there's some big news with the iMac this year. We're actually going to be getting an M4 put inside of it, and it's actually going to be just 1 year later. We're not going to be skipping out the M4 and going straight to the M5 like we did with the M1 to the M3 this year. And I want to tell you all the details about this, and I also want to tell you about all the information about the release date and price too, and also all of the specs that we know so far with the new M4 iMac coming in 2024. But first of all, let's talk about the design of the iMac and see if we're going to get any changes there. Well, if you know your history about the iMac in recent years, back in 2021 we got the brand new design iMac, and it came in multiple different colours, and it's one of the thinnest all-in-one computers that you can buy out there right now. Back in 2021 it just came with the M1 inside of it, and we had options to choose different amounts of sort of USB-C ports or Thunderbolt ports on the rear, and also the option to have a Ethernet cable going into the actual power supply. We also got a Touch ID keyboard as an option, and also we got different colours added to the mouse and also to the keyboard too. The screen is a 23.5 inch screen, and it's a fantastic LED panel running on very similar technology that we've had in iMacs in previous years. When the M2 SoC or chipset came about, we didn't actually get any updates to the iMac whatsoever, and it was actually at the end of 2023 where we actually got an upgrade from the M1 to the M3 inside of it. But the actual design did not change at all with this iMac. It literally was just the chipset inside from M1 to M3, and that was it. And in fact, actually we kept the same sort of lightning cables and things like this. But with the new M4 iMac, this may change. We may actually get USB-C cables and USB-C keyboard and also a Magic Mouse too, because actually last year we got a leak here of coloured cables, as you can see, and it looked like these were going to be coming out with the new iPhones, but they never came to be. So it makes more sense for these to come out with the iMac, and especially with EU pushing their laws about that USB-C needs to become the norm, maybe this will be the chance now with the M4 iMac that we'll actually see USB-C connectivity. And I would probably say this is probably going to be the only kind of design change or kind of main changes, that and the M4 chipset, what I'll talk about in a bit, for this iMac. And if you're after a M4 device right now, before even the new iMacs come out, well, we have a giveaway for one of these. This here is an iPad Pro 13-inch M4 with 512 gigabytes of storage inside of it, and I'm going to be giving it to one lucky subscriber at the end of September time. And all you have to do to enter into this giveaway for this iPad Pro is just put down in the comments below of what technology or even Apple technology you're hoping to get in 2024. Put it down in the comments below. The other thing as well though, guys, is that make sure that if you are brand new here and to enter in, you need to be a subscriber. So make sure you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell too, because I will be making a video near the end of September time giving you all the details about the giveaway. There will be a little form to fill in too and things like this, and you won't want to miss out on that. The other thing I just want to quickly mention with this iPad Pro M4, I'm also going to be giving away one of these with it too, a Magic Keyboard to get you started and everything. So yeah, one of these will also be included with that, so that's really, really great news. The other thing I just want to quickly say, guys, is sadly there are still lots of scammers and spammers out there, people still impersonating me too, telling you to WhatsApp, Telegram and things like this, telling you to part with money for postage. This is not me at all. I'll be paying for postage and taxes, so please do ignore these people, or better still, as you can see right here, please do report them. So moving on to the actual chipsets, and this is going to be the M4 inside of the iMac. Well, the M4 was already been introduced with the iPad Pro as we got a couple of months ago, and with that it gives us a great performance leap over the M3, and it looks like this is also coming to the iMac, what is really exciting news to hear. Most likely we'll only get the full fat version, as it were, of the M4 inside of it. So what I mean by this, it will be probably the 10-core CPU and the 10-core GPU option. So this will be made up of 6 efficiency cores and 4 performance cores for the CPU, and then obviously that 10-core GPU for the actual graphics performance. We'll also get the normal powerful Neural Engine and all the other bits and pieces too, but overall this would probably be the main change that we're going to get get inside of this iMac. It will just be the upgrade in the CPU. But like I said right at the beginning of this video, one big change about this is that Apple are going to be completely skipping out, you know, doing that jump every sort of 2 years now with upgrading the iMac. It looks like that this time the actual upgrade is going to be kind of like yearly or every sort of 15 months instead. What's really exciting to see for people who want to get themselves the best and greatest iMac out there. And talk about the actual release date for this iMac, well, we've had news about that too. As you can see here from Mark Gurman, he's actually reported at the end of 2024 is when we'll be getting the new iMac. And with this, obviously, we might be getting some new MacBook Pros as well along with it, and maybe even the Mac Mini. But one of the key devices that will get the M4 is the iMac, and like I said, this will be the first time that we've actually had an Apple Silicon upgrade in an iMac just literally about a year later, because it's targeted that it's going to be coming out kind of the end of October time or early sort of November time, and actually that's when Apple probably do a press release or an event around that time. But what I'd say is to get it actually in our hands will probably be about a week later or so. But next of all, you're probably wondering about the price, how much it's going to cost us, and what are going to be the full specs of this iMac. Well, I've done a little spec sheet, and let me run you through this of what the price will be and also the specs, what we know so far for the M4 iMac. So as you can see right here, it will be an iMac 24-inch, well, to be honest, it's actually 23.5-inch LED Retina display. This is the same displays that we've had in iMacs for many years now, and the resolution of this will be 4480 by 2520, giving us around about 218 pixels per inch or PPI. And like I said, this will be a 4.5K monitor. The amount of storage will start at 256 gigabytes, going all the way up to a 2 terabyte option, as you can see right here. There will obviously be that M4 inside it. There'll be no sign of an M4 Pro, or there's been no leaks or rumors so far. But with that M4, like I've said before, we'll get the full fat version of this. So this will be the 10-core CPU made up of 6 efficiency cores and 4 performance cores, and also a 10-core GPU too. The amount of RAM, it does look sadly it's starting at 8 gigabytes of RAM. I personally think it should start at 12 gigabytes, but that's a story for another day. But this will be offerings of 8 gigabytes, 16 gigabytes, and also a 24 gigabyte RAM option. The body will be made out of aluminum or aluminium, and this will offer us either the choice of either just having 2 USB-C Thunderbolt 4 ports, or you'll get that and just 2 USB-C normal ports too, along with those 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports. And also with that option, you'd get the 1 gigabit Ethernet going into power supplies. So the 2 options will be available like they have been with the M3 and the M1 iMac. The colors are most likely going to stay the same. There's been no leaks or rumors of new colors being added, so this will be the blue, green, red, silver, yellow, orange and purple color. And then obviously the webcam at the top will still be the 1080p center stage camera. And then if you want to get the most basic configuration with 8 gigabytes of RAM for 256 gigabytes of storage, it will still cost $1,299. Then the 512 gigabyte option, still with 8 gigabytes of RAM, $1,499. And then another example here of the 1 terabyte would be $1,699. But generally, that is all the news that we have about the M4 iMac. And personally, for me, what I'd love to actually still see is, say, an M4 Pro introduced into this iMac at the very least. All Apple would have to do is make the iMac slightly thicker, or maybe like have a slight little boxy bit coming out the back for actually slightly sort of thicker fans with that. And I don't think people would really care too much about this, because it's the performance that they're after here. So yeah, I would actually say I'd love to see an M4 Pro inside of this iMac, and even if that means making it slightly thicker in some sort of ways, I'd be fine with that, and I'm sure a lot of you guys would be too. But those are my thoughts on the M4 iMac. Are you going to be getting yourself one, or will you be skipping over this and getting something else? Let me know in the comments below. And also guys, it's time to wrap up this video, so if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. Also, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, please also make sure you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell too. Until next time guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.